today. Okay, so today we're showing people that I'm just using a plain Dodge alternator. These Dodge alternators come from a 1980 truck or before. I think they're probably from 1972 to 1980. Okay, all it is, the alternator, plain old V-belt, running off the pulley, running off, that. And I'm just tightening it with a ratchet strap, right? You use what you got. A ratchet. Just a tie down strap. I shoved a bolt through it and looped it through. Not right, but it sure works good. Okay, here's how you do it. This here is just plain old 12 volts. Throw away the regulator. This just hooks to a 12 volt battery somewhere to excite the fields to 100%. You can see it spark, right? It's 100% 12 volts. Nothing special. The other wire is ground. This wire is hooking onto the ground wires. Now you see two big heavy wires on the ground. This back one runs behind and is grounded to the frame, okay? So it's grounded to the frame so I know it'll never arc through the bushings in case whatever happens. The other one, this blue one, right? It's just blue because it's what I had. The blue one is the neutral. It feeds all the way back to my house and is charging my 48 volt battery. The yellow one is the 48 volt DC to my battery. And it's hooked up. I just shoved this in here so we could test it right now. It's hooked into this one. This one here, I actually have no idea what it's for, but in a 12 volt system, you have to use it. Okay, 12 volt wire, excites the field to 100%. Right, that's it. There's nothing special here. Turns at 5,280 RPM will produce you 61 volts. AC at about 45 amps. Now, of course, volts and amps work together, so you're 2,800 watts. The diodes in here can withstand 150 volts DC before smoke comes out of them. So if you want to rev this up even faster, you can run your angle grinder or your chop saw. I have used these personally myself in Canada, in Africa, and also in the very far north in Canada as a welder. Rev them higher, about 14 to 16,000 RPM. They'll weld 1/8 welding rod all day long. I've even welded 532 off them, just not as long. I've welded them long enough that I've melted the paint off them. Just never shut them off while they're still hot. Unhook them, let them cool down gently, then shut the engine off. It seems like every time I get them too hot, I burn the bearings out of it. I have never burnt diodes out of them or wires. I imagine you could. I just haven't done it yet. So in a 48 volt application, it's been going for weeks. I have over 200 hours with this one as a charging system. And as I said, it's just a plain alternator. Oh, it's just, camera had a light. But anyways, here's another one. It's just a plain alternator from a Dodge pickup. Okay, excite the fields 100%, ground the one side, 12 volts to the other. This one I have no idea what it does. That's your ground, that's your hot. Rev it up, it likes it. I have another one. They're just Dodge alternators, okay? 1980 or before. They were in Dodge Power Wagons. I understand they're in cars too. I've never checked.